Hello, I'm James from James Blackett Hair, the bridal hair specialist, and today I'm going to show you a great new way to style your hair. I'm going to show you how to make wavy surf hair. First of all, what you have to do is make sure the hair is completely soaked all the way through, totally wet all the way through, can't be dry at all. And then what you need to do is take sections of your hair, clip them away like I've done, and what you want to do is take quite sort of random sized sections. So some you want slightly bigger, some you want slightly smaller. So you know, you don't want this sort of too neat, so you don't use a comb for this because the effect you want is very sort of soft, very tousled. You don't want it looking too kind of structured. So a section about the size of this, I'm going to split into probably two. If I can just show you how big that is, that's about 2 fingers in width and length. So take the section, split it in half or make one slightly bigger than the other. There's no real rule to it. The more kind of random it is, the better it's going to look at the end. So what you want to do with this section, just pull it through with your fingers to sort of take any kind of knots out. You don't want to use a comb, like I said, because you don't want it sort of too smooth and too kind of neat and nice looking. You want it kind of a bit more sort of tousled. So with this hair, it's got to still be very wet. Take a small little bit of curling cream. That was plenty to do that whole section. Rub it all the way through your hands, like so. And then you take that section and pull the colour, pull the product all the way through the hair. The mid-lengths to the ends, and then slowly working up towards the root. The root doesn't really need too much, but just sort of through here. And then what you want to do is just turn it and twist it very gently and let it sort of take its natural curl, natural wave. Really just sort of twisting it around and getting a little bit tighter as you get towards the end, making sure it's all completely coated in the product all the way through. You've got to make sure it's definitely coated in this product, otherwise it's not gonna work. And again with this last section, just repeat what we've just done. It's got to be wet and it's got to be coated all the way down with the product. So I'm just twisting it around, making sure it's all completely coated right the way to the end, like so. So if I just show you there, that's all the way through the back and the sides. Now what you want to do is take your hairdryer and your diffuser, and you're going to really gently diffuse dry this. So you want to put your diffuser on your hairdryer. You use on quite a high heat but a low power, because a high power will create lots of kind of flyaway hairs, which is what you're really trying to get away from. So once your diffuser's firmly on the end of your hairdryer, you just place a load of hair, but you'll be really gentle with the hair. You don't want to be disrupting the nice waves that you've just created. So just lift up really gently with your hands, your fingers open wide like that, and be placing a load of the hair just in like so. And you just keep it there for a few minutes, couple of minutes, maybe a minute at a time, minute and a half. And when you're trying to dry the roots, just really gently, again with your fingers, just pulling out, just really ever so gently. And then moving around and doing in the next section. 30 seconds to a minute, don't want to over dry. The front here will probably dry a little bit quicker than the back. That's due to the hair being a little bit finer at the front, and also the hair at the back, there's obviously more hair there. So after you've finished drying the hair with a diffuser, using on a high heat but on a low power setting, as to not sort of make the hair sort of too fly away. You want to make sure you dry the hair off still, so when you really squeeze it, you can still just feel a little bit of moisture in there, so it's not dried off completely 100%. You want to leave the last sort of 10% with a little bit of sort of moisture still in there. Now to finish it off, just a little bit of like a finishing cream. You can use serum or very, very sort of fine waxes, nothing too heavy. It's got to be very soft. And when you put it in, again, just really right into your hands there, so you can't even see it. And then again, what you do is just pick up the sections that you were doing before when the hair was wet, just teasing the hair, twisting the hair, and it just falls into those lovely little waves. And then what you can do on the front, where you have the parting, just move it slightly over to the other side, and that just gives a less sort of set formal look. It looks a little bit more like surf waves. And that is how to create wavy surf hair.